sleeping? Taking an afternoon nap. You're so cute. Fam, welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new, welcome to today's video. I should say today's very busy video because we are on the cusp of summertime where it's we're super dry and are begging for rain, but then in no time we're gonna have a ton of rain and we're gonna be flooded. And if you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you know that we are not playing when it comes to flooding, that our property floods a lot. We're in a flood zone. In my whole area, it's actually really common that we flood, and it's just for the extent of summer. So now that we've been at this property, this is our second summer. So first summer was 2020, and then second summer was 2021. 2021 was our first summer with the barn. So we learned a lot how the barn was gonna affect our flooding, etc. So like the title says, we are preparing for summer. So if you guys are excited for today's video, make sure you go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel below. Make sure you turn on those post notifications so you don't miss any of these videos, and of course, if a chance to my post notification shout out. Alright you guys, let's get right into this video. Like I was saying, we have a lot of things to prepare for summer, and that includes this barn right here, just because now we know what a summer flooding rainy season consists of with the barn. So we're just trying to do our best to make do with what we have and implement new things so that it's easier in the summertime. If that makes sense. You'll see, we have a lot of different things going on. This might even be a two-part thing just because it's so much stuff that we have to do. Yeah, but I'm ready for it because I'm hoping that this will help us on our summer journey. All the animals in the barn have been fed. Well, they're still eating their hay, but they're gonna stay in today for a bit because the first thing that we're working on is back here in this little area, because this part gets not flooded, but it does get really mucky because this is where the horses come in from both pastures, so the back pasture and then the front pasture. So this area we like to keep as dry as possible. So we have two things from Ram that we are working with today for our getting ready for summer here. So we have this mud management, and this is what's really gonna help in the back, like I was telling you guys, and I'll show you guys how we install this, because if you guys are in an area that floods or has mud, or you just need to keep dry, this is gonna be a game changer for you. And then we also have this 18-inch basket fan, which I'm really excited to add to the barn because this is meant to be outside. This is an outside fan. So I'm really excited because we can use all the fans that we can get inside our barn during the summer. We're gonna start with this because this is gonna be the longest project and technically one of our most important projects for this summer get ready. The first thing, like I said, is focusing on back here. So this is what it looks like before. And basically, we're gonna move everything out of here. So this has gotta go. So everything just needs to be moved because he's gonna be grading the whole thing so that because a lot of this is just manure that falls out of our spreader, and it just layers and layers and layers and gets thicker, but when it rains it gets really squishy and nasty because it's not hard packed, if that makes sense. So we do have some rock action happening in here, and I'll explain that in just a minute, but everything needs to be removed first, so that's the first step. And then coming back over here, we got this pile of rocks, and it was a pile. I mean, it's still a pile, but it was a tall pile. The horses have had a literal heyday playing in this. They love any pile that we get, whether it's dirt, rocks, sand, anything that they can play in, they always play in. So you can see all these marks. This is the horses when they went into it. So this is all rock, and we're gonna be using this for the mud management, and then if we have any leftover, which we should, we'll spread it behind the barn, just because it's really good drainage, and that's what we're looking for, is drainage. So in this package comes 2 of the panels, and that's what the panels look like. And as you can see on the box, it says that the panel width is 6.5 foot, and then the length is 13 foot. For Mike's standing over there, we're gonna put 1 panel, And then right over here at this gate, we're gonna put one panel because our biggest concern with the mud right now and when it getting like soupy is underneath the gates because there's a lot of like traffic going through them. These are 8-foot gates, so it's not gonna touch from like side to side, but that's perfectly fine. And the cell height is 3 inches. So we'll need to dig down just a little bit because we're gonna have the cell height, which is 3 inches, and then also rock over it. So that's what we're gonna do now. So I'm sitting in the skid steer. Mike's actually opening the package for the mud management. So Ram is the same company that we got our horse stall mattresses. So the mud management, I just wanna tell you guys something like right from their little product sheet, what it does. It's a waffle-like cellular confinement system that is made to eliminate mud. The panels limit the displacement of gravel from the downward action of any other erosive forces caused by extreme weather, high traffic areas, which is what we would be needing, and more. They work well in many different environments, whether it be agricultural, commercial, industrial, or recreational. All the deep mud and high traffic pathways and gated entryways can be eliminated and forgotten. So that's exactly why we're doing it. It's a high traffic area and it's a gated entryway. This is what the panel looks like. And we have to just open it up, expand it all the way, and then we're gonna let it sit in the heat for about an hour so that it can fully expand. It's like a long snake. We just loosely started to unravel it, and can you believe that it literally expands this much with just a simple pull? We're gonna put some stakes in the ground just so that it can really pull tight and as far as it will actually extend while the heat does its thing. We're using these landscape staples. They look just like that. And this is just temporary. Basically, we're just staking it into the ground. We're not even staking it where it's supposed to go, but we're just staking it here so that, I know I've said staking 1,000 times. We're just staking it here so that it will fully expand. So this gives it some tension to fully expand while we put, hi Dinky, the first layer down. And the first layer is like landscape matting. So that's why we're not expanding it where the area it actually is gonna go, just so it stays out of our way. Our panels are officially sunbathing. Now it's time to put our handy dandy landscape matting down. Landscape matting is down. Our panels have been stretching for a long time. Now it's time to pick it up and put it in place. I'm very excited about this part. So here it is. Looks really cool. So the mud management panel is completely covered, as well as about a 2 to 3 inch layer of this gravel. So it's about 3 inches over here, and then it's probably about 2 inches above over here because we're actually covering this part of it with dirt. So everything past this gate is gonna be covered with dirt because that's the horse pasture. Everything in here is gonna be covered in this gravel. And this gravel is already really wet. And also, since you guys saw, we used Mike's machine to actually tamp it down. So the actual instructions, you would want to use a handheld tamper, but since we have the machine, we are just basically tamping it down with the machine. And since it's already wet, it's really compact now, and there's a big layer on it. He purposely dragged the dirt that way so that now he can actually drag the dirt this way, stop it here at the gate, if that makes sense. So it looks really awesome. I can't wait till the whole thing is covered. Our second mat over there is sunbathing as well still. But this is what it's looking like. It looks really cool, and I can definitely see how this is going to make such a big difference back here. What do you think about it so far, Mike?
I think it's gonna work pretty good.
Yeah? The mud management, do you think it was easy to install?
Yeah.
Super easy. So now that this one's done, we actually did this one straight because the horses run in straight. But over on this one, they kind of run in at like a curve. So as you can see, even just the same way that these tracks are. So they come in curves. So we're gonna try to see if we can curve this one a bit, because if we make it go straight, the horses never run this way because they would run into a tree. You know, they might run that way, who knows? But typically they're running at a curve to go into the barn. So we're gonna see if we can slightly curve this one just to make it make sense where the mud actually gets built up, and use as much as we can of that mud management panel, because if we just ran it this way, it's not useless, but I'd rather it be fully usable going this way. So our little curved path of this is looking good. I'm excited for this one. This one really, really gets wet. when the summer hits because this whole pasture is flooded. So now that it's done, it's time to do the same process again. Mike has been working on the tractor for a bit now, and this is what it's looking like. The whole back is pretty much this gravel. And then over here in this area that's not gravel, we're thinking we're gonna do pavers right here, but everything else has this gravel, and I'm super excited to see how this turns out during summer, because this area usually is a sloppy mess. It doesn't ever like technically like hold water. That's why we're fine doing it this way. Like I would be very surprised if this was underwater this year just because it wasn't last year. It just gets really mucky because there's constant traffic. So now with the mud management over there and over there, those high traffic areas should not get mucky. So then we figured let's put all of the gravel here too so the whole thing doesn't get mucky. I don't know. We'll see how it works this summer as far as this. If we find that it's not ideal for the horses, maybe we'll put some dirt over it and this will just be the drainage under the dirt. I don't know. Summer's only a couple months, so it'll work for now. And if we don't like the way it turns out, we can always change it up. But for now, I really like how it looks. So we just jumped in the car really quick and we went and got some lunch. So we just finished that. Now we're heading to Tractor Supply because we are gonna see if they have anything that can help us as well with summer. And if there's anything that we can get to make it easier at the farm. So we're gonna go see what they have and then we will head back because we have a lot to do still. It's just so hot out right now and we wanted to just change up the pace for a minute, but we still need to go back and finish everything. So we're at Tractor Supply because we figured there might be some things that we need to get here to summer prep. And the first thing that we just saw here, which is pretty cool because it's actually reduced. There's 2 of them that are reduced because they have like a leg flaw, but you know what? I don't mind the flaw. And for $100 cheaper, this might be really good for us for the summer on the farm. We've never really had the goats during summertime. So this is a hay feeder for goats. And it's originally $2.99 and it's on sale for $1.99 because of the little leg flaw that I showed you. So we're thinking that we should probably get this. This helps keep their hay off the ground, especially with how wet the ground is gonna be, so that instead of us putting their hay on the ground like we do now, it'll be in here and then all the fallout will go here, and there's 2 holes for the rain to go through it. So I'm thinking that we might get this. What do you think, Mike? Should we get it?
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
Okay, looks like we're gonna get one of these that are on sale. Sleeping? Taking an afternoon nap. You're so cute. Let the goats out, so they have their little goat feeder now that we got. Dinky's out here. Mike also finished spreading the pile of dirt that we had. Hi, Dinky. Guys, little update. You see her eyes? We've been working so hard to get them cleared up before summer. She has no open wounds at all anymore. Thank the Lord. It's been an uphill battle with her with these little eyes. We have been trying so hard to get them cleared before the summer. We're almost there. Good, Dinky. So now he is covering this side with the dirt again, just like this, because the mud management panel actually, like you guys saw, ran under this gate into the horse pasture, but it's dirt, and then all in here is the gravel, and then same thing out here will be the same way. Now that all the rock is done, and I told you guys in the beginning of this video that we were contemplating putting pavers right here, so that's what we're gonna do. We've just cleared off everything that was over here, and it's time to lay some pavers. Not fun. So he's leveling it right now. We're doing this the exact same way that we did up front where our wash rack is. We are not doing like the whole paver sand thing because, you know, this isn't really, you know, it's not a pool deck. It's the back of the barn. Same thing with the wash rack. The wash rack actually hasn't moved at all. No pavers have sunk or anything like that. We haven't had any movement or anything. So that's why we're doing it like this. So not to worry. But the ground is looking good and we'll be ready for some pavers soon. It's getting pretty late, you guys, but it's technically like done for now. We have to put the polymeric sand in it, and you know, I'm just gonna again give you guys a reminder, this is not a how-to tutorial on how to lay pavers because this is not how, okay? We are perfectly fine with how it looks, but if you're looking for how pavers should be installed, it is not like this. It's the end of day 1 of this summer get ready with us. It's just been a really, really busy, hot, busy, a lot of work day. So we just did the polymeric sand. Mike is doing the process of washing it. So yeah, it's been fun. I will see you guys tomorrow. It is day 2 of this vlog. It's a hot day, you guys. But really quickly, I want to show you guys what our paver situation looks like from yesterday. It's like, I think it looks really good. I just need to put more polymeric sand in it today. No big deal. And then this is what the back looks like. We just need to clean up that area over there. And then all of our mess over here from moving the spreaders out. We just need to bring the spreaders back in. But this area back here is looking really good. I was gonna chop those little branches down, but I'm thinking I might send the goats out here for a day to do that for us, because whenever they go back here, they're pretty good about it. But the horses did good walking through here last night and this morning, so we're looking good. So now that the back is pretty much done of what we wanted to get done, getting that part of the barn ready for summer, we're in the tack room right now because our AC unit, so we use a window shaker. It's actually open right now because we're investigating it. I have some visitors here. You can't tell what they are. They're chickens. But we were looking at it because it recently decided that it didn't want to work anymore. Obviously, you can see why it doesn't want to work because of all of the nasty dander and dust. So I bought a new one and it got here today. Luckily, Amazon just dropped it off. So we are going to install a new one. I don't know if it's the exact same size, so we're trying to make sure that it will work. Hopefully it does, because I desperately need a fan in here for the summertime since it's all enclosed. My tack room is actually a little bit of a mess right now too, just because I've been putting stuff in here, like a lot of clothing for some reason. But while Mike is working on getting that out, I'm gonna just do a little quick overview clean of this tack room, because it really... Also, really quickly, while I am talking about the tack room, for the ground, we're actually going to be putting rubber mats on the floor, but not today. But we've decided the ground is so dirty from the chickens all getting in here that it's time that we just cover the floor with rubber mats, get it over and done with. Just because I never really loved the floor anyways. It just looks so dirty. I thought my phone was recording while I was cleaning the tack room, but it wasn't. So here's what I have so far. Just got the old AC unit out. Got a little carried away right there with my drywall.
Yeah, you really did.
So now, here's our brand new one, and hopefully this one goes in easy. The AC unit is on. I am basking in it right now, and I'm having serious deja vu from when we actually built this tack room, and we turned on the AC unit, and Mike and I just sat here because we were so hot. That's how I feel right now. So we just turned it on really quick to make sure that it works, and oh my gosh, it's blowing such nice cold air. I'm gonna see if you guys can see it blow my hair around. Here, I'm gonna turn it on high because I'm so hot. Here we go. Do you guys see my baby hairs? Like, this is serious. This room is gonna get so cold. I'm about to put this in, but I'm very excited that it's working. So, pretty cool. The new AC unit is finally installed. It looks really nice because it's brand new. Mike is just cutting these 2 pieces of the trim so that we can cover this back up. I'm gonna have to do some painting, a little bit of drywall work right here, but we'll be back good as new with a brand new AC unit. I am very excited for our new AC unit because our last one was not cutting it, especially now that summer's coming. It was working extra hard. And then I also installed a new door hinge right here, Flying Bird. Oh my goodness, this chicken's going crazy. I installed this new door handle because this one was broken and the door kept just flying over to the tack room. So I think that's why I also made the AC unit need to work extra hard, because the door was open a lot. So hopefully with the combination of both of those, we will be in good working cold AC condition. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this vlog here. But we still have a lot more to do, so I will see you guys in part 2 of getting the barn and the farm ready for summer. So if you guys like today's video, if you guys like seeing the work that we're doing to get the farm ready for summer, make sure you go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel down below. Make sure you turn on those post notifications so you don't miss any of these videos. And of course, if a chance to my post notification shout out, today's shout out goes to... Alright you guys, I love you and I'll see you in the next one.